Hello dear children, welcome to our channel. So today we'll discuss about most important topic tenses. So we will see and understand what is the tense, types of tenses, and there are certain worksheets also for you to work on. So what is tense? So tense denotes the time of an action, event or state expressed by a verb. So it denotes whether the action was completed or whether the action is going on or whether the action will happen in the future. So as you can see here, there are three major types of tenses: present tense, past tense and future tense. So present tense tells about what is happening currently. Past tense tells what was already happened, and future tense describes the action that is going to happen in future. So in present tense, we can see the example: I live in USA. I am in class 10. So this is the present action that is happening currently. And in past tense, I lived in USA. I was in class 9 last year. So this denotes the action that was already happened. And I will live in USA, or I will be in class 11 next year. So this is the future action that is going to happen. Now let us understand when to use various forms of the tense. For example, here the simple present tense is used to talk about any repeated actions, habitual actions, or universal truths. Example is the sun rises in the east, or I wake up every day in the morning 6 a.m., which is a regular activity that is happening. So for such kind of situations, we use simple present tense. And present continuous tense is used for which the actions are in progress currently, that are going on, happening now. For those we use present continuous tense. And present perfect tense is used to talk about actions just completed action in the past with the result now, accomplishments and changes of time. So in present perfect tense, we does not talk about the time of action completed here, isn't it? So the difference between present perfect tense and past tense is when the time of action completed is denoted, then that indicates past tense. Will have to use past tense over there. And in present perfect tense, it does not indicate the time of the action completed. And the present perfect continuous tense is used to talk about actions that were started in the past but are still going on. For that we use the present perfect continuous tense. For example, I have been reading a novel, some particular novel I have been reading, wherein I have started it earlier few days ago, but still I have been reading it, I am reading it, so it's going on. So for that we can use present perfect continuous tense. Now we can see the table here that details the types of present tense. There are again four subtypes of present tense, right? Which are simple present, present continuous, present perfect and present perfect continuous tense. So we will understand with examples for each type of tense here. So let us see simple present. For first person we will see the example here, which is I eat breakfast every morning. So I eat breakfast every morning is a regular activity happening. So we will have to use, as per the rule, we will have to use here simple present tense. So I eat breakfast every morning. And when it comes to the third person singular, which is he or she, there should be s added to the verb. So he walks his dog in the park. She studies English at school. So the s should be added to the verb in the simple present for third person singular. Whereas for third person plural, s should not be added to the verb. If you see here the another example of a third person plural, we play soccer every Saturday. If you observe the third person singular and plural, here she studies English at school, s is added to the verb, whereas here we play soccer every Saturday, s is not added to the verb. So this is the difference we must understand. Add one more example of simple present tense here with third person plural. They listen to music while driving. Here also you can observe s is not added to the verb here. And coming to present continuous, first person, I am typing on my keyboard right now. That action is happening now. It's going on. It's a action is in progress. So I am typing on my keyboard right now. And let us say third person singular, she is cooking dinner for her family. And third person plural, they are playing soccer in the park. Now let us see present perfect tense. The flowers have bloomed in the garden. I have visited the museum in Paris. He has learned how to play the guitar. She has volunteered at a homeless shelter. We have had a lot of fun on a vacation. They have hiked to the top of mountain. So you can see here for first person have is used in present perfect, and for third person singular he she has should be used in present perfect tense, and for third person plural, which is we or they, have needs to be used in present perfect tense. This should be remembered. And present perfect continuous, I have been learning how to cook new recipes lately. He has been attending his dance classes regularly. We have been we have been redecorating our house for weeks, right? So if you see again, we have to use have for first person, has for third person singular, and have for third person plural, even in present perfect continuous also. So these are the basic understanding of how to use present simple tense, continuous tense, perfect tense, and perfect continuous tense. Now let us see the examples and the types of past tense with various subtypes. The subtypes remain same as that of the present tense: simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous tense. Even for past and future also this remains same. So let us see simple past. It says the action that happened at a definite time in the past. As we discussed earlier, in simple past, the time of action completed will be mentioned here. So see the example. They went campaigning last month. See the time of action that's completed last month, it indicates, whereas in present perfect tense, the time of completed action is not indicated. So that is the difference between simple past and present perfect tense here. Okay, and actions which happened one after another. So here the sequence of actions happened earlier. So for that also we use simple past. First she paid the driver, then she got out of the taxi. Sequence of actions happened in the past, those were described. So for here also simple past is used. And past habits that are now finished, we use used to. Kitchens used to be very different 100 years ago, right? Now it's modular kitchens are happening in everywhere, right? So but that was not case previously. So kitchens used to be very different, they used to be in the past. Here we can use would also instead of used to be. That is also equivalent word for used to describe anything in the past. And narration in the past, he looked out of the window, you are narrating something in the past. For that also we use simple past here. And speaking of a dead people also we use past, simple past. Now let us see continuous tense, past continuous tense. Actions which was in progress at a stated time in the past. Example, at 7 o'clock yesterday they were having dinner. So yesterday at 7 o'clock, at the time is mentioned here, at 7 o'clock they were having dinner. So that action was in progress yesterday in the past. So for that we use past continuous tense. And another one, action which was in progress when another action happened. See the example, he was walking down the street when he came across an old friend. So there were two actions happening. So one action was in progress when another action happened. What is the action that was in progress? He was walking down the street. The other action, what is that happened? When he came across an old friend, right? So here also we use past continuous tense. And two or more simultaneous past actions, which is almost one and the same of the previous example we discussed, right? She was talking on her mobile phone while she was driving to work. And again, narration in the past to describe atmosphere. The sun was shining, the birds were singing, and the leaves were resulting in the breeze. Here also the narration is happening in the past, right? So let us see perfect tense, past perfect tense. When do we exactly use past perfect tense? Actions that happened before another past action. There were two actions happened and one action happened earlier than the other action. So there we use past perfect tense. What we have to use past perfect tense? We have to use had. She had already finished her work when the telephone rang. So the another event, past event, she had already finished her work was already happened before the telephone rang. So here we have to use the past perfect tense. Had should be used. An action that happened before stated time in the past. She had already finished her work by 7 o'clock. before a stated time she had already finished. Here also we have to use past perfect tense had. Action that happened in the past and whose results was visible in the past. Example, he was happy, he had signed an important contract, right? So it says action that happened in the past and whose result was visible in the past. So here also we use past perfect tense. And let's understand perfect continuous tense, past perfect continuous tense. Where do we use? Emphasis on the duration of an action that started and finished in the past before another past action. Let us understand, for example, they had been looking for a house for 6 months before they found the one they liked, right? So actually they found the house they wanted, but before that some action was in progress, it was in continuous, right? What was the action that was in continuous? They had been looking for a house for 6 months, they had been looking for their house, right? So that action was continuous before the other action happened, which was they found the house they liked. So here also we have to use perfect continuous tense, past perfect continuous tense. And another one, emphasis on the duration of an action that started and finished in the past before a stated time in the past. They had been looking for a house for 6 months by October 2003. Here also the emphasis is given on the duration of action that started and finished in the past before a stated time in the past, right? And see the last one, action which lasted for some time in the past and whose result was visible in the past itself, right? He was annoyed, he had been waiting at the airport for 3 hours. He was annoyed, but what was the reason for his annoyance, right? He had been waiting at the airport for 3 hours. That describes the reason of his annoyance. So here also we use the past perfect continuous tense. So now let us understand the another tense, future tense. So future tense is basically used to describe actions that will occur in the future. Any plans that are going to happen that will occur in the future point of time, we use future tense. Simple future, again the subtypes remain same for every tense as I said earlier. Simple future, future continuous, future perfect continuous. Simple future, what will you use? We use will. I will play tennis. So actions that will occur in the future, right? I will play tennis. Future continuous, I will be playing tennis. This will be happening in the future. This will be a ongoing thing in the future, which we use future continuous. Future perfect, I will have played tennis. Actions that will be completed, actions that would have been completed in the future. For that we use future perfect tense. I will have played tennis. And future perfect continuous, which is I will have been playing tennis. This action would have been happening in the future. For that we use will have, which is future perfect continuous. So let us summarize the differences between present, past and future. Here it is described here is simple present, simple past and future. What are the comparison we will see here. So in simple present we will see mother always baths the baby in a small tub, right? It's simple present is given here, and mother bathed the baby in a small tub. Simple past, mother will bath the baby in a small tub. So for a particular action we can apply each tense, present, past, future, and we can learn and understand what is the difference or comparison between these tenses. And another example, at the end of the show the actors bow. This is a repeated thing that is going to happen, it's a simple present. And at the end of the show the actors bowed, it's a past action. And at the end of the show the actors will bow, it's going to happen in the future point of time, right? So this is future. So this is how the comparison is made here, present, past and future, for understanding. And so here it is a worksheet for you in simple present tense. So you can please go through this and try to solve the questions listed out here for your better understanding. And also another worksheet for simple past tense as well. And there are some 10 questions given for simple future tense as well. So please do these worksheets and so that you can have a better idea on these tenses. So hope you find this video very helpful, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel so that you can get notification for more and more such useful videos. And please hit the like button as well. And thank you for watching. Have a good day.